Hello YouTube. So this is again Nisa Khalid, and today we are going to be covering more about keeping your focus. I already published one video about this topic. So it was about being in the moment and keeping your focus and practicing mindfulness and stuff like that. So today what I'll be covering is still again related to how to be really in the not being thinking about other stuff when we are working, or when we are not working and we are being with the family and we are thinking about work. So actually how to create that balance in your life. So if you are struggling with something like that, definitely subscribe, because I'm going to be covering a lot more on this topic for in the future. So it will be fun. Definitely subscribe. My tip for today is to plan your day. So what do I mean by that? Like, it's like isn't it so like hectic? Like our lives are already hectic. Like, we don't know when something will happen, and all of a sudden we have someone calling us, or somebody coming to our home, or all that stuff. And how the hell can we plan our day? Because our day is actually just the something that, yeah, we do plan, and then the other things are just what come up, right? It's what I was doing for most part in my life. But I decided one day that you know what, my life is actually only I'm responsible for my life. So if I'm responsible for my life, I'm responsible for my year, my month, my day as well. So how can I bring back the responsibility and just be someone who is creating my day, and not just a reaction of everything that happens and I'm just doing whatever. I'm not saying that 100% of what I plan is actually what happens in my day. Yes, things happen, but if I do have a plan, that the chances of me getting to those things done, chances are higher as compared to if I have no plan at all. So before we get into how to plan and how do I plan, I would tell you that why do I think that this is actually good to bring our focus into the present moment. Why? Because when we already have a plan, when we already know that when will we be doing a certain thing or certain task or certain whatever, it can be workout, it can be just your meditation, or it can be your journaling, or it can be your book reading, whatever it is. If we already know that what is our plan and what is are we actually going that we will be having these moments in the day, that we will be focusing on that, so we won't really, when we have that family time, we will not be thinking about work. Or if we do have like work, we won't be thinking about family, because we have scheduled that family time as well. So what I really do is I consider every area of my life and then plan my day accordingly. So my planning does not involve being just putting in I will do this client work, and I will do this my business work, and I'll do this my blog post and videos and all that stuff. My day is not planned that way. My day is planned like in the morning. So I will just share with you what is like my perfect day, and then that perfect day is obviously like customized every day, because it's life. I have to sometimes go and have just fun with my like friends or family, or some days there's some guests coming into my home. And so your life might be different. You might be have a job, so again your days will obviously differ um, depending upon what you do. So what I do is okay, my perfect day, it's like in my perfect day, I get up at 4:30 to 5 a.m., and then I would say my prayers and all that stuff, Quran and Fajr and Chash and all that. And then on 6:30, around 6:30, I would start reading a book, and I will give like 15 to 20 minutes to reading, because I love reading, and I know that reading can reading not just can, it does help me grow a lot in my life, in my business, everything, and it keeps me sane, because I'm just concentrating on the book and I'm not thinking about the entire things that are happening in the world. Because honestly speaking, there's so much going on in the world, in my life and in the world and everything around me. So reading the book just brings me back into the moment, and I feel that this is a kind of mindfulness, because when you're reading, you can't think. If you are thinking, then you can't read. It's something magical. It's like that. So it does keep my focus. So that is one thing. I did do that, and then I journal and plan my day. Okay, what are the top priorities that I have for the day? Because priority is everything. I believe like really prioritizing your tasks is another thing that will help you plan better and being mindful, because a lot of time we are just being uh, you know stressful about stuff that is not even that important. So if we have our priorities um, done first thing in the morning, then definitely we won't lose our focus, because we know we are working on our the things that bring us more results, or that are more important to us. So if working out is important to you, then you will keep it in your priority. And if spending time with your parents is something important to you, you will keep that in your priority list, right? And again, as far as my client work is concerned, I also know that okay, this work needs to be done today, so this is my priority. And if there is some kind of something needs to be scheduled or in anything like that, and I know that has to be done before that time. So that creates discipline in my day on its own, because I don't have to force myself to be disciplined, because that just having those priorities written, being aware that this is what my day should be like. Okay, so yeah, I definitely write those things out, and then I don't plan anything after 5 p.m. or 6 p.m, because that is the end of my work day. And I would like to be with family and just be in the moment. And this is the point that's actually about this video, that once I know that I have done my top priority stuff in the morning or afternoon, I know that now this is my family time. I don't have to think about it. And if something is missed, then I know that that was not the top priority, because I always complete my top priority stuff. So for you might not be a morning person, you might not want to get up that early. So if you do, I highly encourage you, because those moments when you are alone, and the sun is rising and the birds are chirping, and that Allah has actually created it so beautifully that it just brings out that creative and that best from you. I don't know how to explain that, but it's lovely. Getting up in the morning is lovely. But if you are not a morning person, and your day is different, because maybe you go to your job and still you have some goals that you want to crush, then what you have to do is just to look at your day. Actually, you will have to look at your day for quite some time and really analyze that. On average, I'm at home from this to this time. On average, we eat dinner from this to this time. On average, I have to spend time with my kids, or with my spouse, or with my siblings, or with my parents, or with my friends. Just know that average thing. Don't be so harsh that no, from exact 8 p.m to exact 9 p.m we have to do this. That's a total plan to failure, so don't do that. But be flexible. So definitely analyze, be aware that this is on the average what I do, what I have time for, and stuff like that. And then I get up at this time, and my mother talks to me from this to this time. There are these things I have to cook at this time, and don't think that I don't cook. I cook and I clean and I wash, I do all those things. Okay, so I'm not only working on my business, those are also my priorities. Anyways, so that definitely look at your day in that perspective. Okay, these are the things that I do every day no matter what, so I shouldn't be prioritizing my work on that time of the day. And so yeah, definitely look at your own day, look at your own work, look at your own life, and plan accordingly. Have one your perfect day, like a template, and then every day. And here's the thing, you don't even have to do it every day, just do it 3 days a week or 4 days a week, and eventually you will fall in love with it, because the focus I get from that is like anything. So today I actually focused to not focused, planned to shoot these videos from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. because I was doing all of those stuff in the morning. So but what happened is my mother isn't feeling that well, so I spent some time with her, then did some work for her and stuff like that. So I started filming these videos at 10:45. So thing didn't happen, but I knew that I already like in my head, when I was spending time with her, I wasn't being guilty that I have to do that as well. I wasn't thinking about work. Why? Because I already knew that I have planned that time, and if I'm spending some time with her, it's okay, because I have some time and I will do it, and it's okay. Another point is that once we have our day planned, we do things really fast. We don't stop to check out social media, or just chat with a friend, or just do the random stuff that actually is giving nothing to us. And I'm not saying that checking social media is totally crap and don't do it. I'm not saying that we all need to be there, and like I'm not saying need to be, but yeah, it's okay. We can do it daily, of course, but we all are guilty of prioritizing that. So if you have your priorities, if you have your plan, that plan will actually push you. Here's the thing, actually, what happened with me is in the days I have things planned, that plan is actually keeping me so focused on my priorities that I'm not even aware that I didn't check WhatsApp for like X amount of time. I don't even know where my mobile is. I don't even know, like, I have 5 emails in my inbox. I don't even know that I have plenty of messages on Facebook, and I don't know how many notifications, blah 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 blah. I am not aware of that. Why? Because I'm so much focused on my work, and then spending some time with the family, because those are really important to me. My mother is very important to me. My father is very important. I don't really go out and hang out with friends. I have very few friends, but when I do meet them, I know that they are very important. So I just stay with them and just focus that I have been so focused on my work, and now this is the time to enjoy this moment, because these are the moments I will actually cherish. And yeah, I do love my work, but still only that those, like, the fun moments, those are like priceless. So definitely apply the planning thing in your life, and just see how much time you have, because a lot of time we think we don't have time, but once we do analyze our time we spend on things and plan accordingly, then we get to know that we do actually have time. So let me know what you think, and if you are into this self-development and getting your goals and crushing them and all that stuff, then definitely subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.